Alright, this is a review of the Thermaltake Slim X3 CPU cooler. It's a CPU cooler fan and heatsink that's made for a mini-itx form factor computer. It's a really tiny CPU cooling fan. I don't know if you can see that. It says it's 36 millimeter low profile. It fits the LGA 1156, 775, and of course, if it's 1156, it's 1155 compatible. It uses 6 millimeter diameter heatsink pipes, and there's two of them. Going over to the back. The dimensions are 92 by 99 by 36 millimeters, so it's almost a perfect square. Heat sinks made out of aluminum. Fan dimensions are 80 by 80 by 15 millimeters, so it's really tiny. Voltage rated at 12 volts. Fan speed at 1200 to 2400 RPMs. Noise about 20 to 27 decibels. Life expectancy 30,000 hours. It uses a 4-pin connector, and it is about 180 grams. It's a very small box. Let's open it. This is the bag of goodies. There are two. Alright, there are two socket branches. I'll explain this a little bit later. This white grease thing is the thermal paste. You have plastic washers and metal bolts. That's it. And this soft foam package is the heat fan. Here's the warranty policy paper in many different languages. Instructional manuals with 9 different languages: English, German, French, Spanish, Italian, 2 different Chineses, Japanese, and I'm guessing that's Russian and Turkish. Someone correct me on that. No Korean, shame. This blue paper is telling you that it is 1155 compatible. It's packaged in soft foam, so it'll take a lot more impact than hard foam without breaking the integral structure. And here's the main piece of the product. You can see how small it is, how thin it is. Here's the two copper 6 millimeter diameter heat sinks. Here's a braided 4-pin connector, and this uses a, if I remember, an 82 millimeter fan. No, can't be. Totally forgot. But it uses a small fan. This is mainly for the mini-itx build because the small form factor inside the computer case, you can't fit the stock CPU cooler on it. So, see. Here's a hardware comparison. Here's a Western Digital passport. Here's this comparison, head to head. It's almost the same in width. It's a little bit about 1.5 times the length of the hard drive, and about maybe 1 inch, less than an inch taller than it. Really small. Most of it is the aluminum heatsink, and get some lighting on that. That's the best I can do. Yeah, that's where you, well, that's where the CPU and the heatsink contacts. You would dab thermal paste on the CPU on the top of it, and then drop this right on top. I'm gonna install this onto my mini-itx computer build. Have a few parts coming in, the i3 processor and 1333 DDR3 RAM coming in. So I'm gonna use this to replace that CPU's fan for the i3. Alright, going back to the bag of goodies, I forgot to mention, which I told you that I would come back to. This is the bracket, and all you have to do is move the screw, or whatever they call this. I think it's a bolt, or I'll call it a screw. All you have to do is, for the 1155 socket, it's not written on the outside, but generally if it's 1156 socket, 1155 socket is compatible. All you have to do is move this bolt outwards, and the 1155 socket is compatible. With this bracket, you attach it to the 4 screw holes, and then with the screws that are given to you, you just screw them on. And all you do is, once you have the CPU in place, put the dab of thermal paste on. All you do is allow gravity to pressurize the surface area of the thermal paste, and you bolt on the small circular bolts from the bottom of the motherboard, and you are now able to use this in a mini-itx form factor case.